Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a simple trick you can do right in your own driveway that could fix all sorts of weird car problems? I'm talking the kind of stuff mechanics might charge you hundreds of dollars for. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. We're going to talk about your car's secret reboot.
You know the feeling. You're just driving along and bam, a new warning light pops up on the dashboard. And that feeling in the pit of your stomach, you just start thinking about how much this is going to cost. But hold on, what if it's just a simple electronic glitch? And that right there is the secret we are unlocking today. Look, this is not some random internet hack. This is a legitimate procedure that dealership techs and industry insiders have been using for years to clear out minor faults. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and honestly, it's amazing that most people have no idea it even exists. So what do we actually mean when we say we're going to reset a car? It's way, way more than just turning the key off and on again. To really get why this works, we need to take a quick look at your car's brain. See, modern cars are basically rolling supercomputers. The big boss is the engine control module, or ECM. It's the central processor, and it is constantly talking to dozens of other little computers and sensors, managing literally everything from your fuel mix to when your transmission shifts. And just like your laptop or your phone, sometimes it just needs a good hard reboot. Think about it like this. Turning your car off and on is like putting your computer into sleep mode. Sure, it goes dark, but it doesn't really clear out the temporary memory where all the little digital gremlins and glitches can get stuck. A full system reset, on the other hand, is a true reboot. It wipes that temporary memory clean, gets rid of what mechanics call soft faults, and forces the whole system to wake up and recalibrate itself from scratch. All right, let's get to the good stuff. How do you actually do this? Well, there are two main ways to perform a full system reset. We're going to start with the most powerful, most common methods that can solve a huge range of problems. This one is the classic, the OG. The battery disconnect is the oldest trick in the book for a simple reason. It works. It is the equivalent of a complete hard reset for your car's entire electronic nervous system. It's a little bold, yeah, but it absolutely gets the job done. Now, pay close attention to the steps here because they matter. After you turn everything off, you disconnect the negative terminal, and for safety, it's always the negative one first. Now, here's the pro tip in step 3. Press and hold the brake pedal for about 30 seconds. This drains any leftover electricity hiding in the system's capacitors, making sure you get a complete and total reset. Then you wait 15 minutes, reconnect it, and you're good to go. Yeah, you'll probably lose your radio presets, but hey, that's a small price to pay for a fresh start. All right, let's talk about our next method. If you don't want to go with the nuclear option and lose your clock and radio settings, the fuse pull is a much more surgical approach. Think of it less like rebooting your whole computer and more like force quitting just the one program that's acting up. For this one, you're only targeting the specific brains of the operation by pulling their fuses. You'll need to check your car's manual to find the right ones. They're usually labeled something like ECM, ECU, or TCU. This is perfect for when you've, say, just replaced a sensor and want to clear the check engine light for that specific system without messing up all your other settings. Okay, so beyond a full system reboot, there are also these really cool, specific resets for specific problems. These are the tricks that can make your car feel brand new again by targeting individual systems that have just gotten a little confused. Does your automatic transmission just feel a little lazy? You know, maybe the shifts aren't as crisp as they used to be, or it feels like it's hunting for the right gear. This is super common because modern transmissions actually learn and adapt to your driving style. And sometimes, well, they just learn bad habits. This simple little sequence right here resets the transmission's adaptive learning memory. It basically just wipes the slate clean, forcing it to go back to its original factory settings. You're not starting the engine, just turn the key to the on position. For a ton of cars out there, from Nissans to Mercedes, doing this can result in dramatically smoother, snappier shifts. It can make the car feel way more responsive almost instantly. Okay, so you did the big battery disconnect, but now your car is idling all weird. It's jumping up and down. Don't panic. This is actually a totally normal part of the process. The car's computer has forgotten how to idle smoothly, and you just need to teach it again. When you follow these steps, you're basically walking the computer through its lessons again. First, you let it find its natural baseline with nothing else running. Then you add a load by turning on the AC so it learns how to compensate. And finally, a nice gentle drive lets it fine-tune everything. This simple little procedure solves almost all of those weird post-reset idling issues. Now, I need you to listen very, very closely. This might be the most important section of this entire explainer.
These resets are powerful, but they are not a magic bullet. Knowing when not to do a reset is every bit as important as knowing how to do one. A reset should never, ever be used to ignore a serious problem. It's designed to clear electronic glitches, not to fix a real mechanical failure. So, is it always the safe answer? That is a hard, unequivocal no. Please pay close attention to this list. If your engine is overheating, if you see fluids leaking, if your transmission is physically slipping or jerking, if there is smoke, or if you smell anything burning, a reset is the absolute worst thing you can do. It's like turning off a fire alarm while your house is still on fire. These are signs of a real physical problem that needs a real mechanic. Resetting the light just hides the warning and could lead to a catastrophic and dangerous failure. Armed with all this knowledge, you can actually change your entire relationship with your car. It's about moving from a place of fear and guessing to a position of confidence and control. You're not just guessing anymore, you're diagnosing. And you know what? For less than the price of a movie ticket and popcorn, you can take this to a whole new level. A basic OBD2 scanner, you can get one for like $20 online, is the ultimate reset tool. It doesn't just clear the codes, it tells you exactly what the car thinks is wrong, which lets you make an informed decision. And honestly, you would be shocked at how many of these scary-looking codes point to incredibly simple fixes. That P0455 code, that's the classic loose gas cap. A random misfire could just be old spark plugs, which is a DIY job for a lot of people. A bad oxygen sensor, often a pretty straightforward replacement. An OBD2 tool lets you see the code, Google it, fix the actual issue, and then clear the light with confidence. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's that shift in your mindset. You're moving from just guessing to actually acting, and that single shift makes you a smarter, safer, and way more empowered driver. It's about taking control. So the next time a light pops up on your dash, you're not going to feel that initial wave of panic. Instead, you're going to feel prepared. You'll have the knowledge to ask that crucial question. Is this a real problem, or is it just a glitch I can fix myself? And now you know exactly how to find out.